we are looking at how to rationalize the denominator of a fraction, which we call how to rationalize surd. And we're going to be looking at periods 4. Okay. Please, as you are coming in, begin to say I. And if you are new on this channel, please subscribe straight away. Let's look at the fraction of this form, whereby the denominator is a irrational number. So what do you do? It's very simple. It's going to be this your question. The denominator is irrational. It's a root a. So you're going to use that denominator to multiply the numerator and the denominator. By so doing, the irrational and the denominator, we cancel. Root a times root a will give you a. And then 1 times root a, we have root a. And that's finished that answer. You can as well express it as 1 over a root a. It's the same thing. So that's that on this particular one. Another example, another form of this is that you can have 1 over root 5. Okay. So this one, the denominator is irrational. We need to turn it to rational number, and that will make us to rationalize the denominator. We want to use the denominator to multiply the numerator, and at the same time use it also to multiply the denominator. So by so doing, the irrational will turn to rational number, and that will give us root 5 over 5. So that's that on the first segment. What of when you have two parts at the denominator? You have a plus b. Okay, what do we do in such case? This is irrational. What we're going to do is to get the conjugate of that denominator. Okay, so get the conjugate of that expression, and that would be a minus root b. The meaning of conjugate is just for you to reverse the sign of that expression. If you have minus, to change to plus. If you have plus, it will change to negative, vice versa. Okay, step 1, get the conjugate of that denominator. Step 2, use that conjugate to multiply both the numerator and denominator. The conjugate is a minus root b. Use it to multiply the numerator and denominator, and that will be equal to 1 times numerator, that's a minus root b, over. If you check the denominator, you realize that you are having the same expression but opposing sign. This is plus, this is negative. This is plus, this is negative. So in such case, the same expression with opposing sign, plus, negative, we call it difference of 2 squared. And what do? It's very simple. You take the first one, you square that. Okay, plus times minus, that's minus. You take the second one also, you square that. Okay, So your final conclusion will be, so that's that. I'm going to give you, we're going to finalize this as we are solving the question. Questions. Rationalize the denominator and simplify. Rationalize the denominator and simplify. So this is what we have. We have the first one. Okay. We have the second one. We have the third one. So let's start with the first one. We have 1 over root 5 minus root 3. So you can see that this denominator has an irrational root. We have root 5. We have root 3. So there's need for us to turn that irrational root to rational. And how do we do that? First, question number 1. It's very simple. What we are going to do, don't forget that this denominator is an expression. It contains 2 items. We have root 5 minus root 3. So that makes it to become an expression. Conjugates of that denominator. Get the conjugates of the denominator. And that will be root 5 plus root 3. At the introduction, I said for you to get the conjugate is very simple. That same expression, just reverse the sign. If the sign is negative, that same expression will turn to positive. If the sign is positive, that same expression will turn to negative. And then multiply the fraction by the conjugates. 1, the numerator, multiply together. So that will be root 5 plus root 3. Then the denominator, anytime you multiply the fraction by conjugates, you're going to have the same expression, but alternating sign, opposing sign. Minus here, plus here. So you don't need to waste the time in expanding. What you do is this is what we call the difference of 2 squared. The same expression, but opposing sign, alternating sign, negative, positive. So what you do is to pick the first one, root 5, square that. Okay, then minus the second one, root 3, square that. And I will try to buttress that. For instance, you have a minus b times a plus b. Okay, so this is going to give you the same expression, but alternating sign, opposing sign, negative, positive. So it's going to be what? The first one, you take it, square that. The second one also, square that. But there must be a minus when you have the same expression,